Right, it's the second week in February, and I'm just going to go around the garden and see what sort of veg there is to eat in winter, and which will be available as well in early spring. What you want to do as well is do your research and check with a doctor before you start trying like new foods, or definitely make certain what you're eating is what you think you're eating. You don't want to be eating something that's you think is one thing but turns out to be another. So just do proper user research and everything will be fine. Right, we're going to start off here. This is some salad crop that's made it through the winter, and it's made it through -5 conditions. It's sheltered because there's a wall behind it, and there's a couple of pots either side as well. We've got parsley, which is done alright, really well. And over here we've got some wild rocket and some regular rocket as well. Well, they're both regular, but it's like this is I bought this as a wild rocket, and then this one was just rocket seed, just a plain one from Aldi, I believe it was, for 29p. Right, you want to check as well, but like some wildflowers, like some violas and pansies and some other ones as well are edible. The winter varieties are edible. Elephant marjoram there and oregano down here, doing really well, and you know, it's survived the winter so far excellently. Got some purslane seedlings here. We've got some big purslane and lamb's lettuce further up in the garden. These are some of my kales. It's cottager's kale, which is a perennial kale. They grow to about 3 foot tall, the highest I've ever grown one. But normally about 1.5 foot is the normal height for them. And these provided some excellent nutrition over winter, but certainly I need to be planting a lot more than I did. I've planted about 30 of them so far last year, which provided a lot of food throughout the early part of the year. But since winter comes along, they taste better, but you just don't get the amount that you're after, really, just day in day out to sustain yourself. Maybe for one person you might need about 60 plants. Got some Irish onions and some spring onions darted around here. Really good source, and it's a good thing as well to plant out in plant out the seeds in March. You're getting all your spring onions throughout the whole end of the summer and autumn time, and then they go static, but they still stay nice and green, and they're very hardy right through winter. Other herbs here, so we've got sage. All the chives has died down, but normally they're all around here. They'll be coming up in about another month or so. Purslane again, self-seeded down there. We've got some thyme and lemon balm. Sorry, not lemon balm, oregano. Lemon balm is all died off, apart from one little bit there I think I can see. But that's about it. I don't know if all of this is edible, but I know this one is. This is a heather plant, and you can use the flowers to make a drink, and it tastes like honey a bit. And it's obviously it's in flower late autumn throughout winter and early spring is heather, so it's a good resource in the garden. Any broad beans that you planted late autumn, early winter, you can always like take off the ends and then have them in stir fries. Best to cook them up because of some toxins which are inside the actual broad bean leaves. Got broccoli here which have demolished mostly, but even the leaves are edible as well. And a kale as well, curly leaf kale, which is doing really well. So this one's not a perennial, so I'm going to wipe this out probably pretty soon. Cut it back, and it might produce some new growth as well early spring. Get that and then replace it with something else. Back here we've got purslane. A little bit of mint survived because it's in a sheltered area. Not slim pickings, but something there. And loads more purslane, and even nasturtiums that survived it as well right through the winter, through -5, although very sheltered areas you can see. Other plants that survived it through winter are your, so you got Swiss chard there. It's a pretty small Swiss chard, it's probably self-seeded and come up, but it has lasted anyway. We've got loads of rocket growing here. It's been a harsh winter, so you know, anything is good. Got some more Swiss chard there, some spinach back there. This is another variety of kale, which if you live near the sea, it might still be quite abundant. I think it's from Iran originally. It's Cranberry cordifolia, often referred to on the internet as Cranberry maritima, which is just means it's a kale that grows near the sea. It's either really small or non-existent throughout winter, and then it will grow up to 7 foot tall through spring and summer. There's one there, one in there, and all the rest have just died right back, so hopefully they'll come up. I've got some sorrel leaves that have made it, various other herbs as well, and some more kale and such like down here. Not kale, sorry, Swiss chard. Some kale is diked around us further up. But you know, it's something to consider as well when you're planting out in spring. What can you eat for the whole year? Plus, what can you eat, you know, in winter, which will keep. You know, anything you don't eat, what will keep throughout winter. Swiss chard is definitely good. Some spinach is really good. Spring onions are very good. Kales are excellent. Most of the herbs really good as well. Rocket, lamb's lettuce, winter purslane. If you plant those, you'll have something to eat all year round. Alright, take care, and bye.